actually, this is a very, very special episode of the 531 because I am at the Taskmaster house. There's the Taskmaster caravan over there, and here is my very special guest, Alex Horne. You're a big fan of the 531, Alex?
I love the 531.
Yeah.
It's a great, risky formation because it's relying on a sending off.
Yes, it does.
But it's my favourite YouTube thing.
Thanks. Oh, that's really nice
So far.
that you said that.
Except for the guys that do Perfect.
Oh, Do Perfect is awesome. My son's a big fan of Do Perfect.
And I like all the golf videos that are on there.
Yeah. Any others?
Yeah, I like all the music stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I quite often watch the news via YouTube.
Okay.
And then...
Gamers? Do you like gamers?
Yeah, I like gamers. I like a lot of the Minecraft guys.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Beast. And then it's 531.
Okay, so that's not bad actually, because YouTube's pretty big.
Although I do prefer the adverts. I like the adverts a lot. And then 531.
Yeah. Right.
And the Taskmaster YouTube channel.
Well, that is really great.
Yeah.
And also, No More Jockeys. That's very good.
And Bad Golf. Have you seen Bad
Golf? I have seen Bad Golf.
Yeah. And then 531.
And then after that, yeah. I just need to do a bit of admin. Are you alright with this? No. It's just quick.
Go.
If you didn't know from the video that happened 2 weeks ago, this channel is now going bi-weekly. I could tell you that's because I'm trying to get the quality really good, but it's actually just because I'm really, really lazy. Except for when I'm working on Taskmaster.
So you mean once every 2 weeks?
Yes.
What would twice a week be?
That's what my son said. I was hoping you wouldn't bring that up.
Yeah, biannual. I think it's the same.
I think it's the same.
It's bi-weekly, it means both.
Okay. Right, well, here's some theme music.
It's the 531 interviews. It's the 531 interviews. It's the 531 interviews. It's the 531 now.
So Alex, the obvious place to start is just a few days ago. This book came out, your second Taskmaster book, which I helped out a little bit on.
A lot of it.
And thank you. And well, first of all, before I ask you the question, Alex has very kindly signed this one. Look, he's left it blank.
Oh, that is kind.
That is kind, isn't it? I'll fill that in because this is going to be a little competition. If you like this video and put a comment down below, I'll enter you into a draw, and whoever wins will win that book, and I'll fill in your name and send it to you.
Great.
So that's lovely, isn't it?
How do they win it?
You just like the video.
That's it.
And leave a comment below.
Couldn't be more simple.
I know, very easy. If you want to like it and leave a comment but don't want to be in with a chance of winning the book, do say that.
Oh, it's become less simple now.
Yeah.
So you can opt out.
But can opt out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
can opt out. So anyway, so I know what's in this book and I think it's brilliant, but can you tell people why they should all be buying the second Taskmaster book?
Yeah, of course. Well, Dan, it's not only 101 tasks for you to do at home, sometimes by yourself, sometimes in groups, with your birthday mates or your hen do or your scout group. There are tasks there not from the show, they're brand new that you can do, but as well as all that, there are clues to lead you to some of this treasure. I don't know why that was in my pocket, but anyway, there is the Taskmaster head. Someone can win the Taskmaster head, the trophy from the show, but a unique silver version, which we know is hidden somewhere in the world, and only one person will solve the 100 odd clues and find it. So solve the clues, do something with the information, and with a bit of luck, within the next 15 years, someone will find the head. And we've come up with a lot of fun clues, a lot of really infuriating clues, because we set each other clues, didn't we?
Yep. And they're very hard. Yeah.
Google's your friend. Google's your friend.
Yeah. Brilliant. Well, go and buy it. Now, at this point, we can just walk off.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll reappear somewhere
Which direction?
else. It's totally up to you.
Well, I'm going to go this way.
Right, here we are.
Hello again.
The Taskmaster cow.
Linda.
Linda, I didn't actually know that. It's a great bit of Taskmaster Trivia.
Yeah. Christened after Ryland Clark Neal's mum.
Oh,
Linda.
lovely.
Yeah.
Alex, this is the first compliment of the 531. It's the 3 is the 3 compliments. Some people find it uncomfortable. I hope you won't. And what I'm going to do here is something absolutely unprecedented, because this is going to be a compliment that leads into a question. I've never attempted this before. It's a special one just for you.
Okay.
So, my compliment is, you've created 2, and probably others as well, but 2 personas for Alex Horne. There's the one on Taskmaster, who is bullied and sort of a little bit quiet and
very efficient.
Mm-hmm. And then there's the one for your band, the Horne section, who actually, in a way, sometimes has similar traits to Greg Davis himself. Sometimes you do a bit of bullying yourself. You're very ebullient. You're very outgoing and extroverted.
Yes.
You quite often are quite rude to the pianist. Well, he probably deserves it.
Yeah.
So I love both those personas, and I love the fact that there's seem to be elements of you in both. So that's the compliment. And my question is, do you feel closer to one or the other, or do you relate more to one or the other?
It's a great question, and I've not thought of it like that at all, but you're right, there's a food chain, isn't there, with Greg at the top and then me and then the band. So I'm either being eaten or I'm eating a little bit. I think the one with Greg is less relatable, because in real life people don't bully me anymore. And they never did, really. So I don't think that's... I really enjoy being a little boy next to him.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy being a statistician as well.
Yeah.
Some of it is very close to me, but it's difficult, because actually the like you say, the slightly showman-like front man of the Horne section. I mean, it's barely a front man. I can't sing, and I've seen proper front men, but I'm definitely in charge of those other musicians. That is how I am with them in rehearsals.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I suppose you have to be. You got to keep them in line.
Yeah, and that doesn't change much when I put the suit on. So I think I am closer to the frontman of the Horne section, but equally that's an aspect of my character which is really not the same when I go to a dinner party or something.
Right.
I'm not a show-off.
No.
Until I'm in that role. So I think it's even.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Also, so the real Alex Horne is somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, probably. The most boring aspects of both of them. Just admin. What do I do in the Horne section? Controlling. A bit of controlling admin.
Yeah.
Does that count as an answer?
That's a lovely answer.
Okay.
I've always wanted to know. Thanks. Right, well...
I might go with you, actually.
Yeah? This way?
Yeah. Cool. Fun, isn't it? Hello.
So, this is the second Taskmaster book. Is that straight? I'm just going to straighten it. There we go. This is the second Taskmaster book. In the first Taskmaster book, I'm just going to refer to my notes here. It had some incredible highlights, like task number 185, which was some coordinates to a Taskmaster picnic, which thousands turned up to. Is that right? Thousands of people came to that.
Yeah, we were expecting. I think I was expecting hundreds. I was expecting a couple of hundred, but it was a few thousand.
Amazing.
So it was pretty Jesus-y.
And task 198 was asking people to send you something unusual to a PO box.
Yeah.
And I loved that task, but I found it slightly frustrating because I really wanted to know what people sent to you. So now I've got the chance to ask you, what was your favourite, or one of your favourites, or some of your favourite unusual things that were sent to that PO box?
I'm going to say my one favourite.
Okay.
Because actually lots of them, they weren't to be shared, they were just for me.
Okay.
But my favourite was an authentic prosthetic limb from the knee down.
Wow.
From a guy who makes prosthetic legs, and it was a work of art. So it had tiny little hairs on it, and it just looked like a leg.
Oh, like it looked like a real leg.
It looked like a real leg, and it features in the show. We used it in the studio task when I hit things against each other to make noise, and that leg was sent to me by this guy. And then I took it to a horn section thing,
Yeah.
and I've temporarily mislaid it in someone's house where we were filming in Essex. But no one would have thrown away a prosthetic leg.
No.
And I asked for it back, and they've claimed that they can't find it. But I don't mind that someone else has now got this leg, that it's sort of wandering around by itself.
Secret Taskmaster leg.
Yeah, someone's got the prosthetic
section.
leg. Yeah, and someone probably thinks I've stolen the prosthetic leg, and that's fine too. Easy come, easy go.
Amazing.
Yeah,
That's a great answer. Thanks.
that's all right.
Yep. So it's a second compliment now, and this is just a nice sweet one. I thought the stuff you did during the first lockdown of the home tasking on social media and across the internet was absolutely brilliant. I mean, I think it was such a lovely thing to have during that. It was particularly bleak, the first one. To have that going on and to see people's creativity and everyone getting involved and whole families sort of ganging together and working together, it was fantastic. So, I mean, just well done for that.
Thanks, Dan. I mean, I agree as well. I think what you're doing there is paying a compliment to those people as well, because it was definitely not selfish, but it definitely got me through it as well, because I would get all these videos, and it was quite overwhelming how many there were, but they were such high standard and also so joyful, like you said.
Yeah.
That it was just, really. I haven't watched them back, and I don't think I will for 10 years. But at some point, I'll look back at it and think, oh, that was a fun thing.
Yeah.
So
it was fantastic.
Well, thank you for the compliment.
You're very welcome. Did that feel okay?
No, I didn't like
People
it.
don't like it.
No.
I thought it'd be nice. People don't like it.
No, I don't like it.
It's so nice. Clock, Taskmaster clock.
Yeah. One year it went backwards for no reason.
Yeah.
And I'd say, so it says, 10 to midnight at the moment.
Doesn't feel like 10 to midnight.
No, but by the end of this chat, I bet you, we won't notice it, but those will have gone round quite a bit. But you never see them move.
It's weird, isn't it? So my next question is, I have so much respect for your commitment as the Taskmaster's assistant. It's not a compliment, it's okay. As a Taskmaster's assistant, and in particular on the food tasks, because sometimes you are putting things in your mouth. I'm just so queasy about that stuff.
Are you?
I just wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't do your job generally, but that's one thing that I really wouldn't want to do. So my question is, what is the worst thing you've had to put in your mouth over the series?
Quinoa.
Really?
Yeah. Quinoa is worse than dog food. It's worse than bin juice from Moana is one. It's worse than cake going up inside me from the other end.
Yeah.
It's worse than eating what's-its off Bob Mortimer's face.
And in the American version, someone almost killed you.
Yeah.
I think she was putting like cake and stuff in your mouth.
Yeah. Oh,
choked.
that's right. They tortured me by pouring stuff down a tube.
Yeah.
Every series has something, but quinoa.
Quinoa.
I'd never had it before. I'm never going to have it since. The texture is horrible. It was from that very first task where they had to make a meal using every letter of the alphabet as an ingredient.
Oh yes.
And Q, you only had quinoa, really. So I think I had it twice, and it was sort of furry and horrible.
Just plain.
Just don't like quinoa.
Just plain.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was just
yeah.
maybe it's badly cooked.
In a soup, it's fine.
But it's quite an innocent food,
Yeah.
quinoa. But it was worse than everything
Wow.
else. Yeah.
That's shocking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So the clock's gone all the way round and back again.
Yeah, and you didn't see it move, did you? It is amazing.
Brilliant, that.
Just did another one, I think.
Alex, there have been some fantastic contestants on Taskmaster over the years. Well, they've all been fantastic. We've all got our favourites. But if you could have one person from the history of comedy, of any nationality, of any era, you can go back to biblical times if you want to. You don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you have? Who would be your dream contestant to have on? And money's no object. You can have whoever you want. they'd do a full 10 episode series, and they would love doing it, who'd you go for?
There's lots of things that spring to mind, aren't there? Thinking Russ Abbott,
Yep, that was my first thought.
Linda Smith would be great.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to go for someone who got me into comedy. It's Peter Cook.
Oh,
It's a sort of a bit of a comedy answer, as in a comedy establishment answer.
Yeah, but that is a good.
I think Peter Cook you'd want to see everything he did. He would
Yeah.
sabotage it. He'd be rude. He'd be just the most naturally funny person. So
Yeah.
Peter Cook,
No, that would be great.
yeah, I like the idea of a dangerous guest.
Yeah.
We've never really had someone. Rod Gilbert's
Rod Gilbert, I
probably.
was going to say, is the one that springs to mind.
So yeah, Cook. That's a good answer by
That's
me.
a great answer. Thanks, Alex. Well done.
Thank you.
You can go now. Till the next bit, anyway. So, Alex, we have come to the end of the 5-3-1. Yep. Thank you very much for taking part. Don't forget, everyone, to either buy this or do buy this and enter the competition. Just like and then leave a comment below.
Mm-hmm.
But it is time for the final compliment. And my compliment is quite a simple compliment. And I
Okay.
don't want to make it about me.
Ah.
But it's just to say you're very kind, because once I came to see the Horne section.
He was one of my favourite audience members ever.
Thanks. And I went with my wife and my very good friend Andy and his wife. And me and Andy got very, very drunk while we watched it.
Mm-hmm. I didn't notice you during it, but I noticed you after it.
Yeah. And then you said you very kindly were meeting anyone who wanted to meet you afterwards, which was unbelievably nice.
Yeah, won't do that anymore because of COVID.
No.
Actually, I will, I think.
And I joined the queue, and then at some point my drunken me said, "Why are you in the queue?" And I ran to the front and shouted, "I don't have to wait in the queue, I know you," and jumped to the front of the queue. It was very rude.
You were very wobbly and cheerful, though. No one minded. You had a
Do you
big
think?
smile on your face, and you just looked
I-
like you're on top of the world.
Yeah, and then I did rejoin the queue and spoke to you again. At which point you were going, "I'd like to go see my family now."
How many times do you think you've apologised to me for that?
Several.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think.
But,
I think now I can officially say
Well,
I forgive you.
me.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And do
thank
it
you
again.
for that. I will do. I'm hoping to come to the South Bank later in the year if this
Well, thank you.
available. Anyway, so that's that. You're very kind. Thanks.
Pleasure. That's my favourite of the three compliments.
Great.
Yeah.
Glad I saved that till last. That's the end. So we just have to do a stroll now. Is that right? We sort of have to.
No, it's fine.
in
I will time it.
It's in the format.
Yeah. Okay.
To stick to it. So we can just walk off over there.
Yep.
I'll do some nice trickery.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Your time starts.
Thanks, Alex.
Thanks. Is it done?
It's done.